Today I'm going to be showing you my backyard and my front yard gardens and all my flowers and things I have out there, my perennial garden and our raised beds and all the things I have in pots. We've had some rain and so the backyard's a bit of a mess, and it's still been raining and it's not dry enough for me to be able to clean up or anything. So I'm just going to show you what my yard looks like after a big rainstorm, I guess. But all the plants are doing pretty good. Some things are getting a little bit too much water because they're not used to that much water, I guess. I don't know. Because we hardly get any rain. We've gotten like 2 other rainstorms that lasted like the night and were dry by the morning basically. We've had an extremely dry summer. It's been pretty awful. So we've been getting a rainstorm for the last few days. I planted grass. So we're gonna be working on the rest of the yard. We finished the chicken coop and we need to finish the solar shed. My husband built a shed for his solar panels and because he needed a shed, so that needs to be finished. That needs siding, and the chicken coop needs to be painted. I want to put some cedar shingles on it, but I'm not really going to show you guys that. That doesn't matter. What matters in this video is the garden beds, because I am going to be planting some fall stuff in there that honestly I should have planted like a month or 2 ago, but I was waiting for all my summer stuff to finally finish because it's like all my stuff has been taking a really long time to finally produce and be ready. So I'm not entirely sure why that is. We did get a little bit later start, but not that late of a start. So I don't know. But we're going to be doing a hoop house on the side, on our side garden bed. So it's fine that I'm getting a later start for some things, and then if we have a really warm winter like we did last winter, like a lot of our stuff will winter over a lot better. And so I'm expecting some pretty good results with our hoop house this winter. We've never done a hoop house before, but it's an experiment that I'm really excited to try. Most of my flowers are puttering out, but some of them are just doing really good, like my alyssum. But my alyssum just is amazing. I mean, in general. I love alyssum. It's one of my favorites. But I got some cool new plants. So I finally got some hostas I'm really excited about, because I'm going to have just those in a pot in the back on either side of my back door, I think, because it's going to be really pretty. And now I need to get some urns. But anyways, I guess we'll get to it. The front garden bed is doing really good. We have tons of watermelons and it's still been flowering. Oh, also the Swiss chard that I planted last summer, I believe, is still alive. I thought I would have killed it by putting tons of mulch over it, and it's just still going along. You can see we have quite a few tomatoes on this plant still, and the alyssum's peeking through a little bit on this side. And see the alyssum matches on either side. They're not as poofy on this side as the other side. But, oh, and there's more melons down there. So this tomato plant had a lot of leaf curl, but it came out of it for the most part. There's only a little bit left, and now it's doing really good. We just, on our raised bed box, my husband put a little frame that we have tied up with some jute twine for our tomatoes for now. And so this cucumbers needs to come out because it's done. We got quite a lot of cucumbers off of it, but oh, and the bell peppers are finally ripening up in the front here. We've been getting some, but they were turning wrinkly and weird before they were ready. So there's some more on this plant. And we have some marigolds still doing really well. These are all new marigold plants because some of mine got a little old and tired in the front here, and so I had been just reseeding some and pulling the extras because they've been really seeding good. There's still the thyme on that side and on the other side, and this alyssum is just beautiful. I love how this turned out. I'm definitely going to repeat alyssum in my front box next year. So here soon, once all the peppers are done, and I'm going to be pulling that and the cucumbers, of course. I'm going to be planting some winter hardy plants in here, just some lettuces and some Swiss chard and kale, mostly probably Swiss chard and kale actually in the front, and we'll see how those turn out. Because I don't think I'm going to do a hoop house in the front, just in the back, so whatever I plant in the front here is only going to last so long through the winter. But like this Swiss chard lasted all winter long, so I'm definitely going to plant a lot of things like that in the front just to see if we have a really warm winter again this year, then we'll still have greens in the spring, so might be able to harvest them this winter even. In the backyard on our porch, we have one of our pineapple plants is sprouting up. It's having a little baby. It's a bit sunny right now, but our back garden bed is doing excellent for part of it. We've been harvesting quite a bit of bell peppers back here, and this tomato plant over here, it doesn't look super amazing on part of it. I don't know if my husband actually trimmed up this one or not, but there's a tomato ripening up. We've only had one tomato that's been ripe on this so far this summer. It's just taken, all of our tomatoes have taken a long time, but we have so many tomatoes on it now, it's just loaded. And so as long as it's, you know, warm enough for the rest of this month. Oh, like we've been getting all these yellow eggplant. See, there's some yellow eggplant down there. The reason for yellow eggplant, I guess, is like a mutation. They can yellow up just from being, come there, stop it. They can yellow up just from over ripening, but it's also a mutation that some of them just yellow, and apparently they don't taste as good. I don't know, but the eggplant, so the eggplant variety is like this, the white eggplant with a little bit of purple on it. Oh look, this one's really purple on part of it. It's so pretty. But my favorite part is these flowers. I love them so much. They're gorgeous. And we've harvested them and made eggplant parmesan, and I don't really like eggplant, but I like eggplant parmesan, so. And there's another tomato here. I don't know if it's really actually going to produce much. Oh, like I still have a basil plant. Oh my goodness. And so this is a bell pepper. I don't know if we'll have any more bell peppers back here, because the bell peppers, they almost did better to some extent back here, but they didn't get quite enough sun, so they didn't produce as many as the front yard. But we really actually haven't harvested any in the front yard because all those have turned kind of mushy, weird. It's just very strange. So anyways, whereas the backyard, these get overwatered to a degree. Almost it gets a little too more water than necessary. That's why like the eggplant and the sweet potato vine's doing really good. And this basil's finally done. I gotta take that out. And so, oh, there's some carrots. We've gotten a couple carrots back here because we just haphazardly planted some. We didn't really actually purposely plant carrots in the backyard. I'm going to take out all the stuff in this section. Maybe go ahead and take out that tomato plant too, because there's really no point in it. It's just not growing anything. And add in more soil, as you can see that our soil level is lower than it should be. And I'm going to plant lettuces and herbs and carrots and beets probably back here. And this is where we're going to do the hoop house, because we have some wood poles on the sides, and anyways, we're going to set it up so that way we can harvest things in the winter. I have some echinacea that I finally planted over there. It's not flowering right now, but it has these beautiful pink flowers. So everything that I'm planting this year is like pink, except for, I mean, like the daisies, they're white, and they're just cut down because they're done. And I have, I'll find the name of it on my tags. But isn't this so beautiful? I got this was like a $3 plant, and it's just been blooming and blooming for me all fall, or late summer and fall. Our gooseberry isn't doing that amazing right now. It's just it's still growing, but it's just I'll have to see if the roots do good this winter and if it'll grow some more shoots. I don't know. I might not end up keeping it here just because it's so doesn't seem very happy. Our native clematis is doing really good. It's been growing a lot. I need to put up a bigger trellis for it. And then I have some pepper right here. I believe this is actually a spicy pepper blend. I don't know what it is. But I put it there to see how it would do, and I don't know if it's getting enough. This gets a pretty good block of sun right here, like late morning and through until about maybe 3 or 4. It gets quite a bit of sun, and the mint is doing really good. We have lots of strawberries still. We haven't been harvesting strawberries because the chicks keep getting out and eating the strawberries. So, the snapdragons and stuff, and this huge cherry tomato plant that it's basically just here for Thomas to eat off of while we're outside having fun. And I have it actually hanging up this tree, so I tied it up right there because I never got around to getting any kind of structures for any of my tomato plants, so they're just tied up. This currant is kind of about like the same as a gooseberry. This one has never been as happy as I would like it to be. So anyways, neither one of them are super great right now. They're both kind of, when we got them, they weren't as happy. And the feverfew blooms all summer, like summer and fall. So I got some chives. I got some other ones over yonder, but the chickens have been eating at that one. And it took me forever to find some chives. It's weird. These daisies I just died. I don't know why. They just have. But this currant is a white currant, and it's doing really good. I'm very pleased with it. It looks like it's already getting ready for fall, though. They kind of tend to turn colors a little sooner than other things, though, I've noticed. It's kind of interesting. Especially since they're kind of a mountain plant. I don't understand. And the foxglove is doing really well. Oh, there's my chives. I was like looking for them. It's still trying to make it through, but my goodness sakes, poor thing. I've been mulching everything around the whole yard, and but over here I have 3 hollyhocks, and I was hoping they would be blooming because this one was just blooming, but anyways, I guess it's done. It's been raining. It has a darker pink center, and it's just so pretty. I also have a butterfly bush right here that has these beautiful pink blooms. So they start off kind of purpley pink, and then they get more pink. I really like them a lot because they're kind of more pastel, and then see how they're a little bit like brighter at the ends, and then they turn very pink. And I had a lupin there, but the chicks destroyed it. And here was some salvia, and the chicks destroyed it too, but I have a little bit of a hope that it might come back. I don't know. I was really liked how they were spaced out and everything, but I guess I'll have to get some new plants. This is my Supertunia that's been doing really good all summer, but it's starting to thin out a little bit again. So, but it's too late to really cut it back. There's kind of no point. Oh, this is doing so good in here. And it's not flowering a ton right now, but it's been flowering a lot. This Supertunia, they're called silver bells, both of them are. It hadn't been doing as good, but I went ahead and cut it back about a week ago, and it was really cut back really short. And it's really come back, and there's a ton of new blooms on it. So, I mean, maybe I should go ahead and cut back the other one because they're doing so well. And I cut back these. I don't know what kind these are. They're just a double Supertunia, or double petunia. I don't think that they're a Supertunia. But they're so pretty. I love how they are. And they're in with some of the purple, whatchamacallit, That's what's in my front bed garden. I cannot remember what it is though. Brain fart. But I haven't been able to get the purple to do good anywhere except for in this pot this year. And now that's getting a little cooler, it's just been blooming like crazy for 2 weeks. Like it's like turning green from all this rain that we've been having. For some reason it's flopped to the sides and it's growing some more in the middle though now. Might go ahead and plant it in the yard though. I'm not so sure though because chickens like eating it, so when they get out they like to hop in the middle of this actually and they dig around and eat it. That's weird. The raspberry plant is doing really good. It's really grown a lot this year. And the goji berries, we've actually harvested some goji berries off of it. Oh, there's one. Hey, proof. Goji berry. And so it's doing really well. Even though it's just so tiny still. It was just a cutting basically. The sage is doing really good, of course. I'm going to need to probably plant that out somewhere in the landscape. Probably in my perennial garden, of course. And I got the sedum paver for $2 because I couldn't not get it and now I don't know where to put it. Oh, and I got all these mums and none of them are really flowering that much. I don't know why. And this one is dying, so that's lame. But looks like these ones are maybe getting ready to flower. I don't know. I just hope that they do something. Because it's like I got them because they're pretty and then they just like blah. This one, I mean I put hostas in both of them. And they both have some little bells in them, but I just have, these are just kind of the plants I've been having in there and some extra ones, and I'm just leaving them because I might plant some pansies in there or like some giant jump ups or something this next spring, but I mean I might plant some other things, little trailing things around it if it doesn't grow that much, but this is going to be what I'm going to have in here. I kind of want to get some urns though to put them in. I think that'd be a lot prettier because, I don't know, this plastic box isn't exactly as appealing as I'd like. But I also got some ivies. These need to come out because they're getting bug eaten and anyways. But they're really pretty for such a long time and I don't think I ever even showed you guys. But that might be something that I want to repeat again because I like the color down below from the hostas and the color. I like both of just like foliage up here. I think maybe a little pot of flowers or something. I don't know. The ivies are probably actually going to go inside this winter. We'll see. And oh, these little violas have they've been blooming all summer long, and now that's getting colder, they're like done. They're like, okay, we're done, we're dying. Like, why? I don't understand. Now that they should be doing good again, they're just done. It's the weirdest thing. This one is like a little bit different because there's still some snapdragons in here, and whatever this is has been doing a little taller in here, so it's they're just right now. But I love how these impatiens have been doing over here. They're not in a very pretty pot. It's just like a boring black pot, but they've been doing so good and they've been growing over it, so you don't even notice that. And I love them. There's a whole bunch of different colors in here. It's just been reds right now, and I've been loving the reds. I kind of want to be like, I want to paint my house in Swiss coffee and have red roses in the front, and just have all my flowers be red and white. Oh, I forgot to show you my Russian sage in the front. Oh well, I have like Russian sage and lilacs in the front, but anyways, that's a different project that's going on. These are some sort of a spreading perennial thing. I probably shouldn't have gotten them, but they're really cheap and they have cute little flowers. But I don't really want to plant them in my perennial garden now because I don't want them to become like some sort of a weed, just in case. So something that's really exciting, you guys, is we got a fig. So we're in a zone 6, but figs grow here, apparently. So there's all these people that are like, oh yeah, I know someone that has a fig. It's doing really great. And so my husband got this as a cutting from one of his customers, and it's really doing good still. I was pretty surprised. It's just rooting in right now, so we're not planting it yet, but we're going to plant it in the front yard because it needs lots of sun. Oh, I have been loving these. These are an ornamental type of a pepper, and they just have these little teeny tiny berries on them that slowly turn more of a red color. They are beautiful. I like this one a lot because they had the trailing, and they're just so pretty with these, and the alyssum. I remembered it. This one has a little flower in it that will bloom every once in a while, but I really liked using these as like a little thriller in these pots, and I think I'm definitely going to repeat that next year. Oh, something really sad that I did. So my azalea, I fertilized it a little bit too much, and you shouldn't apparently give them any fertilizer. Sorry, my son sticks these things in here all the time and it's awful. So yeah, just a public service announcement: do not fertilize your azalea. If it needs like any kind of fertilizer, give it just some like compost, but not too much either, because apparently they don't like fertilizer. And then this happens. It's so sad. I'm thinking maybe I should take it out and just plant it over in my perennial garden somewhere, because I don't have that many spaces to plant it though in my yard. That would do actually good. So this is really sad, because if you've been watching my other videos, then you know that I've nurtured this to get it to this point, and then it died. Well, it's dying. Hopefully it doesn't completely die and I didn't completely kill it, so I should probably just take it out and repot it into something else for right now, so that way it doesn't have quite as much fertilizer around it. But I've been watering it to flush out the fertilizer, and I don't know if it's been helping, so we'll see. It's been trying to still grow, but oh, this lemon basil still looks amazing. It's just beautiful, and I've just been letting all my basil go to flower and to seed, so just because I don't really like the lemon basil that much, and I haven't really been using it. I'm like, it's getting to the end of the year, I'll let the bees have it. Oh, over here I just have some, I don't remember what this is a pink variety of these kinds of flowers. I don't know what they are, but I killed both of my osteospermums because they were annoying me. They're just huge and ugly and not flowering, and I was just sick of it because they're just getting all disgusting on the bottoms with just their foliage. But these petunias in here are doing really good, at least. And we have all these spicy peppers. I planted them over here where they're just like, I did not think that they would do good because they're getting half shade and half sun during the day. Well, less than half sun during the day. They're like part sun area, and they are huge, and they have tons of peppers on them that we're not going to eat because we don't eat spicy peppers. So but I need to take stuff out of here and plant something that I'm really excited for. But first I'll show you the umca root, or the umca plant, because the umca root's in the roots, but this is doing really good. We bring it out in the summer and it does much better outside than inside. We have to bring it inside during the winter. So anyways, there's that. And I have been loving this pot this summer. Usually these petunias they're all around here, and they've just been blooming and flourishing with the alyssum, and these are like Titan lilacs. They've been doing so good. There's an osteospermum in the middle there. That was so pretty, but it never flowered for me like I wanted it to, so I was just done with it. But now there's a hole in the middle, but I should have showed you this a little bit sooner, because it's just been so beautiful. I've loved this petunias with these Titan lilacs and the alyssum. It's just been such a beautiful combination. So what I'm going to be doing with that pot, like my other pots, is I got these Rose of Sharons. They're it's called Sugar Tip. There's double, and I got 4 of them because they were getting rid of them at Lowe's, and they're $3. And they've been doing pretty good in their cans, but I need to take them out and pot them. So they get pretty big, but what I want to do with them is I want to kind of turn them more into trees. Because like you can see on that one, it just has one kind of stalk. I think I can maybe, like, they seem like they're already primed and ready to be turned into trees. I don't know, we'll see how easy it's gonna be. But I would really like to have just these more of a topiary kind of a tree form of them. But I want them to be movable. So I want to be able to put them in wherever I want in my garden. My yard is a complete disaster right now, but I would like to just put them wherever I want them to be and not have to worry about this 8-foot huge gigantic bush wherever, you know, just planted in the ground and not trimmed or anything. So since I love them so much, it would be nice to be able to just take them wherever we move to or anything too. So anyways, I got extras to see if anybody else wanted them, but nobody seems to want them, so I guess I'm going to have a bunch of Rose of Sharons. Forgot to show you this, that little guy fell over. It has the thyme and whatever one of these things are. This has been flowering. It's been really pretty, but I think they're all about done flowering right now. None of these flowered as well as I hoped they would have, but they were okay. I like the foliage in them anyways. The leaves are kind of cool. They're nice and thin and they just kind of droop over. But the thyme has been doing really good. We harvested it all the time. No pun intended. But this is the only time that I really actually have used all summer, and I've only needed these two, and it's been plenty, and I use them all the time for cooking, like most every day. I get some from these plants. Show you that from this angle. This is just my favorite one right now because it looks the prettiest, I think. I also got some pansies because I got them thinking, oh, I should take these out and I can plant them around my hostas, but I'm not gonna do that to these pansies. They're so pretty. I might just cut off the things and put them in a pot and set them out front. Right after I filmed this video, I went to one of the garden centers. We went to the farmer's market and we went to garden center, and I got some more things. I got these black pansies. I'm not sure entirely what I'm gonna do with them, but they're so pretty and I've been wanting some pansies. So I got them. They have like a purple hue to them, but they're so gorgeous. And I got some kale. And my mom got me this unicorn. I'm not really sure where I'm gonna put it. But right now it's living in this flower pot, so it's really cute. I really love it a lot though. It's so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said earlier, we've had a pretty big rainstorm that's been coming through the last few days, so this is the first time I've really been outside looking at my plants, and they're doing okay. The yard is a little bit of a mess. I did plant some grass, so hopefully the rest of the yard is going to start, you know, doing something soon, and we'll have some grass if I do it okay. I was like, I've been waiting and waiting for the perfect time. I'm like, no, it's gonna be too late. Why did I wait till October? But it's been raining like crazy, so I haven't had to water actually once. So I'm really glad about that. And I've got all the mulch laid out everywhere and has our border just so that way we don't have to have grass through the whole entire yard, so there's not as much to mow and as much to water. So also just because there's kind of more of our walkways and things are going to be mulched. I also took out a fireplace or a fire pit in the yard. This summer we were supposed to work on the backyard, but it's been so hot. It's been a really hot summer, and so we didn't really get that much done. We got a lot done in the spring and we got all the mulching done. So that was the main things, and we've started planting stuff in the front yard and we've started our garden beds. So next year I'm hoping to have a much better year and a lot more productive with our garden, and the chickens won't stop. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you continue along with this journey with me on learning how to actually have an actual garden, because we've only ever done like perennial gardens before, and which were nice, but I like getting actual things that I use on a daily basis in the kitchen. So Anyways, if you guys want to keep going along this journey with us, then please do subscribe. I post videos on houseplants and natural DIYs and natural living. And so, have a great week, you guys. Bye!